Kong in the trunk.
I'm back. Rhodes Rants on Star Wars. Let's talk about Dave Filoni is not involved in the day-to-day production of Star Wars Resistance.
Is from Patrick Cavanaugh of comicbook.com. Both Star Wars The Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels has been lauded for their compelling stories, thanks in large part to the vision of producer Dave Filoni, who helped bring both series to life. Filoni has accomplished so much within that medium that many fans put his name at the top of the list of directors they'd like to see tackle a number of different live-action or theatrically released projects. While Filoni is involved with the next animated project for the saga, Star Wars Resistance, the director admitted he hasn't been as directly involved with each step of the show's development. Resistance is a bit different in that I'm not on that, quote, day-to-day. Filoni noted to IGN, quote, I created and set it in motion, but I've given that to other people to raise up, people that I've worked with for a long time, who I think deserve the opportunity to tell stories, and I think it's exciting. I give them thoughts and notes. I just was doing that this morning like George would give me. So that's fun. The Clone Wars took place between the events of Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith, while Rebels took place between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope. The upcoming series takes place between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens, and with the final sequence of Rebels teasing which heroes survived to the time period of Resistance, fans have wondered if those characters will make their way into the series somehow. While the timelines would allow for these characters to cross over, don't expect Filoni to let anyone else take over complete creative control for those characters' fates. Filoni says, quote, that would be hard. That would, to be honest, that'd be really hard for me to do at this point, just because I've been a part of it for so long, since especially Ahsoka's beginning. Filoni shared with comicbook.com when asked if he could see other storytellers continuing the ventures of Ahsoka and Sabine. I can't imagine not being involved in some way with what would happen to her or Sabine, for that matter. He added, I didn't want something that wrapped up too neatly for Rebels. I wanted this feeling of adventure continuing, and I thought who better to continue the adventure than these two women who were very compelling in both. You know, it's like a unification of Clone Wars and Rebels. Really taking those two characters further. I have a great deal of ideas of what they've been up to and where they go. It's really, I think, fantastic.
So what do you think about Dave Filoni not being involved in the day-to-day operations of Star Wars Resistance? In my opinion, I don't know that it's that big a deal. They were going with a different animation style for this show. However, I did recently hear that they are talking about using the Clone Wars and the Rebels animation, or one of the two, for Resistance after all. Does this mean that Filoni is involved with other projects right now with Lucasfilm? If he's not involved in day-to-day with Lucasfilm, then he's working on something, okay? Now, it may be the continuation of the Clone Wars if the Clone Wars is going beyond one more season. It was my understanding that Clone Wars essentially had a done season that nobody got to see, right? So if that's the case, then Filoni may be working on something else. Could it be, and this is pure speculation, but could it be that Filoni is working on Episode 9? Could it be some of his characters may show up in episode 9? Could it be Thrawn, who had an involvement with Rebels? It's a character he's familiar with. Could Filoni be preparing for another role with Lucasfilm? Creative control. It's my belief that Kathleen Kennedy is gone before the end of the year. It is also my belief that, really and truly, I bet she's already gone. I've said before, I believe she's going to have a producer role with episode 9, but it's already been said by Bob Iger, she will not have any creative say in that movie. That is JJ, baby. So could it be that somebody like Dave Filoni is assisting with episode 9? I'm out. Peace.